Nice.
This
So
is not
nice
gonna
of you
be.
to join us.
This is not going to be the most crazy one ever because I'm wearing a headset and I'm at my parents' place. But welcome to
Yes.
Decisions and Dragon. There, I did it. I still did it.
Brought to you from the kitchen of Joe's parents.
Yes, also from. What the fuck, dude? I was going to introduce. Whatever.
Do you want go on?
At least it's not the basement.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be the basement.
Yeah, I was getting everything set up and I was like, I could set up my stuff next to my work stuff in the basement. I was like, no, I don't want to be in the basement with no sunlight literally all day long. So we're not going to do that. Instead, you get to see
Whatever.
my parents' kitchen. It's beautiful.
Very nice kitchen.
Thank you. Small recap. Our group of adventurers were fighting off a seemingly never-ending pack of wargs led by one larger, seemingly alpha creature. Thanks to actually, no, they didn't offer any assistance. They showed up. The what? God, my brain is off today. What is their name? The Shade Watch.
Shade Watch?
Shade Watch members. I'm good at this. Made an appearance at the very end, just as Faraday was horrifically murdering the alpha.
Yeah.
Through no provocation or anything. But after a rather short, bloody battle, the two small hiccups. Yay, robot! So proud of you. Also, everybody, welcome to our wonderful new layout, which looks beautiful. Now that I see it in action. But after meeting some members of the Shade Watch, one in particular was a human male named Bode. You guys were led to Joran Village, which seemed to be a surprisingly populated, not quite a village, closer to town or small city size, where everything seemed a little rough and tumble. People clearly had a place to be. You all found yourselves at the arena, being lured in by the tales of a champion of sorts. And after witnessing this drow male make quick work of his challenger, the drow male eyed a particular blood hunter in our little group and laid a challenge. He made it clear that she had her full resources available to her. And just as they took their stances, we ended last session. So, first things first. Sam, I need you to roll initiative.
Let me.
Actually, you know what? For fun, why doesn't everybody roll initiative? You guys aren't going to necessarily be in combat unless you want to be. But then that way, when it comes around to you, you can tell me what you're doing in between the rounds of combat. So.
Thurston will probably spend most of his time looking like this between his fingers.
Oh no!
Oh.
Cringing.
Oh god,
Sam,
she
you
got
have
it
an
again.
extra
Oh, no.
D8 if you need it.
Yeah, I did add it, and it's still garbage.
Right. Thurston, what'd you get?
10.
Dermot, what'd you get?
18.
Okay. Importantly, Faraday, what did you get?
12.
Oh, okay. Up next, we got Cad. What'd you get?
15.
15? Okay. And Arthea, what'd you get?
7.
Yeah, boy. Oh, God. If my dogs...
Yep.
Hi, Teddy.
Teddy says hi, Internet.
Yeah. That's why I game in a different room.
Yeah,
Just saying, I've learned this
been
lesson.
sequestered away for most of the day, and I was like, I could technically game downstairs, but like, when he's up here all alone by himself all day long, like, plus if he needs to go out, that sort of thing. Anyway.
No, fair enough.
First up, we have Dermot. Dermot, what are you doing just as the fight is about to start?
I am playing Faraday's theme song.
Okay. All right. Make your performance check.
It is the Chili's Happy Birthday song or something.
Please don't let that be her
Happy
theme
birthday from all of
song.
us to you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, no.
It's our birthday, so we can party too. Ole.
Ugh, gross.
Why do you know that?
I don't know.
I was really hoping your answer was, yeah, I worked there for like a summer. No, you just have no reason for knowing.
He has an insane, like, mental knowledge of all music lyrics.
Court's one of those crazy people who does not go out of their way to hide the fact that it's your birthday when you go to a restaurant to avoid people singing to you.
Ironically, I am because I hate the singing. I just used to have a friend that loved to embarrass people and would make sure that even if it wasn't your birthday, you would somehow be embarrassed if you went to a restaurant with him.
I don't remember who it was. There was a group of us in college who just went out for lunch one day, and as a joke, I pulled our server aside and said that it was my buddy's birthday, and they sang to him.
He used to do it
funny.
to people because he wanted the free dessert. We were like, you are so cheap.
Terrible.
So I got a 14 on my performance check.
14. Okay.
That's
you
all I'm
begin-
doing. I'm not doing like any other kind of stuff. I am just playing Faraday's theme song.
Okay. Yeah, you start playing the theme song, and you actually have some people around you who are sort of like clapping along, trying to root for Faraday because she looks like a good goddamn badass. All right, cool.
It's probably more like a high school's fight song that the marching band plays.
Oh
Hey,
no.
And like
Huskies,
every third
what's your
word is the
number?
name
Hey,
of your school.
Huskies, what's your number?
I never learned that.
You don't really.
Never
We
learned
just-
it.
They just repeated that, and then we just.
Yeah,
screamed
that was
our
the whole
graduation
thing, and
year.
then
Nope.
Yeah, I never knew it either.
Never knew it.
I don't think I
No,
ever
that was
went
the
to
whole
any of
thing.
our sporting events either.
Go,
So
what's your number? And then there's Sam and Rhodes going, I don't know.
Oh.
It's
Thought
a
this was
marching
about
band. I had to
football.
play ours.
fair.
I'm sure we had one. We didn't. Sport
You had
very much.
approximately 3.5 people in yours.
Yeah, we didn't sport very
Half
much.
people.
Joe, that was also not our school's fight song. That was just the
That's what I
thing.
had to think of.
That was just the thing that the guidance counselors would start shouting at the beginning of every assembly.
Yeah, it was really funny.
No one had
Why?
any idea why.
Why are any of your brain cells remembering any of this, gentlemen?
Oh,
Why?
no, we were never at assemblies.
Y'all,
We
let's
were,
be
we just
real.
had to
We would always
Work with
hide in the
sound.
theater department.
Faraday's actual theme song is probably Call Me Maybe.
No.
Excuse me.
Dermot is definitely not playing that.
It's Kiss with a Fist from Florence and the Machine, and you better not forget it.
Nice.
That's a good
Oh,
song.
side note, if anyone wants to
Fair.
actually listen to Faraday's playlist, I have it on Spotify.
Yeah.
No,
Because I am a nerd.
Faraday's theme song is, I don't remember the song or the band, but it is the song from the first Shrek movie when Shrek kicks everybody's ass in the arena when Farquaad is introduced.
I don't give a damn about bad reputation.
Yeah,
Oh.
that one.
Bad
Ronda
reputation.
Rousey's theme song and WWE.
I'm playing that on a violin.
That's
I don't
amazing.
give a damn about. Hey, Cad, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm still listening to the ginger dwarf lady in her throne. I'm hovering around there to see if there's any useful information that I could pick up while my friend Faraday is fighting. Since I can't do the magics, but I will buy her a drink afterwards.
Make me a perception check.
That's a 1. So, 4?
4. As the fight is just about to start, you're trying to key in to to her voice, and with the crowd starting to go nuts, it makes it difficult to actually hear anything that's coming from her. But she does still look kind of like what I was saying last session before it ended. She went from lackadaisical with a glass of wine to keyed in and like focused and staring at what was happening. Up next is Mako. Mako, the
Let me go lower than that.
dwarf, drow.
I wish he was a dwarf.
Yeah.
Better
He's
shot at
going
this.
to- So his fists are up, and he looks like he's about to jump in, but then waits and watches. Up next is Faraday.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Her whip is already alight. And she will. I like to think because she uses her whip as her focus. When she casts hex, it's like this. She does this kind of flourish, like Catwoman kind of flourish with it.
Yes.
So she will cast hex on him.
Okay.
And then, how big is the arena?
The arena is 20 foot.
Okay.
Circle.
Okay.
So you
no,
guys are positioned.
we're pretty.
Yeah, just on opposite ends.
Okay, we're pretty cramped then. All right, no problem. Then I will move. There's gonna be no getting away from him. No wonder he's the champion. Like she's looking at her surroundings, realizing it, and like there is a distinct reason he's the champion. But I will move close enough to be. I will move close enough to be within my range. So the 10 feet, I'll move in the 10 feet. And we'll do the first attack.
Alright, go for it.
Ooh. 16?
16. Actually, I forgot to mention, as you are swinging the whip, you see his feet dodge to the right, so I'll need you to make one more roll. It is disadvantage.
Got it. Well,
Also,
that
I'm
was-
gonna be muting on and off while Teddy has his moment, so just...
The other one was an 18 on the die, so 16 still stands.
16 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Does damage type matter?
It does not.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm not gonna bother with giving you a shit ton of numbers because that's painful. Okay, I did d6 this and then a d6 of hex. Oh, for the hex, I would like him to be disadvantage on. Oh, it's only ability checks. It's not saving throws. So let's go with. Let's just go strength again.
Okay.
Because I don't know what kind of anything he is, so. First attack. Actually, with the first hit, because I hit, I'm going to use my trip. I'm going to try and trip him.
Okay. So is that a save against that, or?
So I get to use my superiority die, which means I add the die to the total damage. And then it's a strength saving throw. Or else he gets knocked prone.
God, Faraday's a monster.
I only get to do that once per day, okay?
That's fair.
Monks, man.
Still.
She's not a monk.
Alright, so
Blood
strength
hunter
save, yeah?
shit.
Oh, too bad
Bloodhunters, man.
I
That
rolled
is a
3 ones on
19.
4 dice.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Those dice need to go somewhere else.
Samantha, you need to get that holy water out of your
Yeah.
For
It's
real.
blood
That is
dice.
disappointing.
And the
That could have
tray.
been. That was seriously could have been like 22 points of damage. I rolled 8. 8 plus my dex, so it's still 13 damage.
Hey, that's not bad.
Could have been 25. And then yes,
Uh,
I need a strength saving throw from him, please.
He got a 26.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Sam. Yeah.
I was really banking on him not having a ton of strength, but Apparently not. That's fine. I still got to use the extra damage die. So.
You did.
And then because I'm taking a ton of time.
You're good. Take
Roll
your time.
for the
This
second
is-
attack.
You're gonna need it. Go for it.
Which is nat 20.
God fucking disadvantage.
Ah! Fuck!
As he is still dodging. You basically rake him across the chest. He thinks he dodges out of the way, but he kind of grimaces at the singe mark that's left over. So go ahead and roll again. What was your second roll?
Dirty 20.
A Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
All right.
So the hex that much better. Why couldn't have you been those numbers earlier? 12, 17 points of damage.
Damn. All right. So that was
just gonna leave
30
this out.
points of damage that you just laid down in 2 attacks. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, except he's
That would
gonna
have
hit.
killed me.
He's gonna hit real hard in about 2 seconds.
He instinctively, as you get him across the chest, you redo the whip, and then you reach out for an overhead, and he tries to block, but that just carves into his arm, and you can actually see a little bit of a glimpse under the bandaged and wrapped arms that there are a glimpse of ink, like tattoos of some kind. All right,
Alright.
that's a hell of a first round.
That is my
What else you
turn.
got?
That's
That's
it.
your
That was my bonus. Yeah, that was my bonus and my 2 attacks. And honestly, moving is not going to really get me anywhere. So I'll move back a couple steps.
Sure.
I'll move back like 5 feet. It's really not going to get me anywhere anyway, but I'll do it.
All good. Alrighty. Up next, we got Thurston.
Thurston is probably literally just sitting there, just like, oh god, oh god,
Oh no.
oh god. Oh, she's doing really well so far. Okay, okay. That's it.
Thurston, just given that you're hyper focused on the fight, whether you want to be or not, make me a perception check. Basically, this will be free time for anybody to make a skill check or whatever, or to try to cheer on Faraday, whatever you want to do.
17.
Promote the after party, maybe.
There you go. Yeah. With a 17, you can see that even though there are deep singe marks on the drow, as he reels back from the second hit, you see him look back up at Faraday, and he kind of does this little like head tilt and smirk, almost like he's continuing to read Faraday a little bit. Up next, we have Arathea.
Is there a wall or like a ledge around the ring, or is it just like
There is a small like wall. It's like maybe a foot high. It's clear. It's like whenever you go to a movie theater, sometimes they'll have that little like block, so your feet don't go over the rail or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
nothing
barely there.
nothing that's like waist high or something, not like
No,
a
no,
fully
no.
enclosed ring. Okay, then Arthea is basically like white knuckle gripping her skirt as she's watching this, and kind of alternating between like watching the fight, and then after Faraday actually gets a hit, lets out kind of the unexpected yelp of like, "Woo! Go Faraday!" And then like looks to the crowd to see how everybody else is reacting. Like,
okay.
we were not expecting to be called down to do this. Maybe this is normal.
Make a perception check, Arathea.
Which die? Not the crappy one from before.
You should use the crappy one. It's fine.
No. That was a terrible die. That die has gone away for the evening. 20.
20. Miss Jackson or natural?
Ah, Miss Jackson.
Okay. With a Miss Jackson.
Natural. You
I love it.
swear.
It will never not make me laugh. With a Miss
That's
Jackson,
perfect.
you can see that there are a lot of people who are like, oh, like they're really reacting very positively to Faraday landing a couple hits on Mako, and they're starting to cheer her on. With your Miss Jackson. In between the crowd, so this is a square-ish room, right? And they have some torchlight, but unfortunately some of the corners are a little bit more shadowy. It's not very well lit. In between people like jumping and like, you know, fist pumping, whatever people do in crowds, you could swear that you saw, like, in between people, somebody with a hood watching in one of these corners. And then just as people are like, yeah, like cheering and like getting all over each other, as the second they get in front of each other, the person is gone.
Just gotta peer over that way.
Back up at the top, we have Dermot.
I am going to continue playing Faraday's theme song.
Okay.
And I am going to shout out to anybody nearby who can hear me. Don't forget to join us after the fight at the Missing Parrot
All right.
for the after party.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check. And I have to go let Teddy out. Again. Second time.
Joke's on him. Daddy doesn't actually have to go out. He's just being annoying.
It's
That's
so-
what mine does.
That's what ours says too.
Guys, chat. When Cujo comes back, we're gonna tell him that I rolled a 30. But I actually rolled a 22. I'm just saying. We're gonna
Could
say
you-
that I rolled a natural 20, and I have a plus 10 bonus to persuasion. So we're gonna tell him 30, but it was actually just a 22. Cujo, you're back.
I am. Hi.
I got
Oh.
a 30.
Yeah.
It was actually a 22.
Oh, okay. What's weird is I totally believed the 30, and that's upsetting.
I can't roll a 30. On a natural 20, my persuasion and performance are both plus 10.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, with your God damn, I was fixated on the 30. What was the roll again?
22. You know what? Just use 30. It's fine.
With your 22, as you are playing, you're kind of starting to meander like around the ring, and there are still some people who are like, "Get out of the way, I can't see," but there are a lot of people who are like, "Yeah, I'll be," and they're like super into whatever it is that you're selling. So yeah, you're definitely confident that you're getting more and more of an interest in this after party. Well then, Cad, we're back to you.
I am staying in the same place, and I'm just kind of leaning against the wall, watching, mentally cheering Faraday on. And yeah.
Okay.
Just waiting to see what this motherfucker does.
All right. Make me another perception check. Robot says Dermot's persuasion was good enough that you convinced them that they are a duck.
It's true. You can do that.
16.
16. With the fight now fully underway, you can see the dwarf's expression shift, almost as if she's upset. And you can see her body tense a little bit as she hears the whip sounds connect with Mako's flesh. And you can see that while the 99% of the people in this building are super into what's happening, you can definitely spot that there are like a couple of people that are watching that look like they're enthused, but you're kind of getting a weird vibe off of them. Like they're not really that enthused about it. And you're not quite sure if that's just because they've seen this fight happen a million times, or if there's something else to it, because everybody else is super into what's happening. Up next is Mako. After he observes his burn marks on his chest and arm, he looks across the ring at Faraday, smirks, and he almost, in an instant, he goes from like passive, kind of sarcastic, to diving in right at Faraday. And the first shot, he's going to go for the gut.
Okay.
What is your AC?
16.
That is a 16 on the die that I just rolled.
Fuck. Yeah, so that'll
And
hit.
he has negatives to his stats, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you are going to take an initial 5 points of damage
Okay. Oh, this will go well when it starts with initial.
as the fist collides with your gut, threatening to knock the air out of you. Then, you're going to take 2 additional points of psychic damage.
Oh shit.
And you just feel this, just in a split instant, this splitting headache out of nowhere. And you think somehow you hear, "Ooh, you're interesting." But his mouth wasn't moving. He's going to make a second attack. Oh, God damn it. Oh, that was a tilt. Let's see, that was a 15. Just as you're doubled over from the shot, he's going to go for a shot across the face, and you duck and move out of the way. You're still right next to him, but you've managed to move around to an advantageous position as you hear another, "Ooh, a little wily. I do like it when they run." It is your turn.
Okay.
From the top rope, says Robot.
I'll just close the distance and slash out again.
Okay.
Stack. 16.
16 will just hit.
Oh, come on, you guys. What the fuck? Knock that off. 12 points of damage.
Drop it.
Stop
Is it
it.
12?
12.
Jesus. Alright. That down.
And then
Okay.
second attack. There's an 11 on the die. 17.
Messing him up.
She will, with this one, she lashes out and like draws herself closer, like draws the distance as much as she can without like actually pulling him, and says quietly enough that she knows that he can hear her. "I suggest you stay out of my head."
Okay.
And then she lets it go. She'll let him go. She'll kind of push him away.
Okay.
And that is much better with 5, 10, 15, 16 points of damage.
Right, lady. Alright. Yeah, these whips are definitely working him down a little bit. You see grimaces now as the stinging pain from both the fire and the actual whip are starting to set in a little bit.
Oh, and the
You
little
still
bit
get this little
necrotic?
smirk. Oh, yeah. Give me 2 seconds. My dog has walked back in. Can you just make sure he doesn't have a rabbit in his mouth? That's right, everybody. I have to keep my laundry door closed because he is known to hunt rabbits. So give me a second. Let me make sure he doesn't have one in his mouth.
Sounds legit.
He's part golden retriever. He's retrieving.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I don't know about the poodle part, but You
Looks
know.
good while doing it.
Poodles are smart. He's just sitting there judging you in like a Shakespearean manner.
He's
Shakespeare.
figuring out how to get around whatever thing you're trying to restrict him from doing.
Probably.
Yeah.
about them
Exciting.
bears?
The who's? The owl bears?
Yup.
How about the malbears?
Them's ones.
Oh, what?
All right, that was weird. I think my dog is magic. It's fine. Door open and then close, and he was not in the room. Creepy.
Magic.
All right.
It was me.
Thank you,
He's
everybody.
fucking with you, probably.
Yeah.
Gujo, it was me.
Teddy. Oh, well, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, thank you, Teddy, for that distraction. Sorry about that. Up next, we got Thurston.
I mean, honestly, he's still mostly just enthralled with the match, and hoping his friend comes out okay. Like, it's one thing for them to be in, like, a life or death situation in the woods fighting for themselves. Another thing for her to be like, she's willingly putting herself into this situation, and I saw what happened to that really, really big guy. He was really big. So he's just mostly like a ball of worry and anxiety.
Oh,
Okay. Sounds good. Tell you what, make, for fun, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom is not his strong suit.
I'm just saying. We're playing into the character.
13.
13. Okay. You definitely still feel the anxiety, but you don't let it go into like full on panic attack mode. But you're definitely like you're the person in the WWE crowd that's like really, really into what's happening, but you're also kind of scared when they climb the top rope, like that sort of thing. You know, like me. All right, cool. Arathea, it is your turn.
Probably making a lot of very, very animated expressions as this progresses. And kind of, it's on one hand, she's like gripping her skirt with the wand of healing in it. Just like, like, oh god, and it's like, oh, but she got her back. Yes. But once she had caught sight of that figure or something, she's gonna kind of take a look into the corners of this area that she can see. So probably the two sort of corners across from her. And see if she can see if that individual figure, humanoid shaped thing is still there watching, or if they've just kind of blended out and gone their merry way.
Go ahead and make me a perception check
Let's try a different.
while I pet my dog so he stops barking at leaves.
No.
that fly.
but leaves are scary.
Apparently. I'm really sorry about the lighting situation here too, guys. I apologize.
Perception 24.
24. With a 24, you're scanning the crowd and you see Thurston sitting next to you, right?
I think Thurston and I had actually gone down to stand by Dermot.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Once he did his, Knight's Tale Chaucer speech to introduce Faraday. So we all kind of migrated our way very politely.
When any of you come up with a better aesthetic for what Dermot's doing,
No, it's
you let me
perfect.
know.
It's
But
No,
so
perfect.
far,
amazing.
that is top notch.
I love
I
it.
love it. I've been hearing it in my head all week on repeat.
It wasn't even intentional when I started doing it that way. And once one of you, whoever said it first, once you said it, that's all I want to do is
I'll
just
feed
rewatch
into
that
it.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
so great.
It's perfect. That movie's so good.
I could just
Probably
also
watch it
picture
tonight,
Dermot
definitely.
doing that, just like hopping up on whatever wall, ledge, something to get him above the crowd, and just like drawing all the attention.
Well, he's got to stand on something. He's small.
He's a teeny bitch.
It's a teeny bit.
With a 24, you're seeing Thurston definitely buying into the anxiety of the fight. You're keeping an eye out, and you see the same figure, the opposite corner of the room, in a shadow. This time, as the crowd sort of, parties around them, you can see that they're not watching the fight. They're watching you.
Like our direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Up next, we have Dermot.
Dermot is just gonna continue working the crowd.
All right. Make me another persuasion check, you fuck.
We're gonna get so many people to this bar.
Seriously. Asking a bard to get people to a bar? Quite.
That's not so good. Only a 16.
Okay. You definitely... So, you're starting to kind of move around the inner ring. I swear to God, dog. He just like, and then like went towards the window. So you're definitely getting more and more people interested. And as you're moving around the circle to like get everybody interested, there is one particular, it's one particular couple, older, you know, I would say like 40s, and the guy is like gung ho, and you can see he's also kind of tatted up, but not nearly as ripped as the guy who got his ass kicked by Mako before Faraday entered the ring. Definitely tatted up, a little rough around the edges. Go, get the fuck out of the way, dude. But his girlfriend is kind of looking you up and down, and then like as you're saying there's an after party at the bar, she's like, okay. You know, you can see she's giving off the body language. Like she's like, I'll calm him down. We'll be there.
As I dance and prance and clip clop my way away, I will give her a wink.
Okay. Up
We're
next
now
is
getting
Kat.
in the fight later too.
All right, so are the figures that Arthea is seeing the same ones that Cadriel noticed that weren't cheering, or are those just spectators that are not like into it?
Those are just spectators that don't seem to be as into the fight.
Okay. I would like to, since I'm still stealthed, I would like to kind of move away from the dwarf and kind of just slowly make my way through the crowd and just kind of listen to what people are saying to see how they're reacting.
Okay.
And if I notice any of the characters there that we might be looking.
Okay. Make me another perception check as you're kind of moving through a crowd, picking all this up.
Oh no.
There.
Oh wait, there we go. Maybe.
There we go. Hi.
You froze.
Did my
for
thing
a
freeze?
second.
Yeah, you
That
froze.
was
Yeah.
weird. It didn't freeze on my side. You guys were like, "Are you there?" I was like, "Yeah." I said 15.
Dumbasses, jeez.
Aren't you freaking
God.
listening?
Damn.
God.
With a 15, you are picking up that a lot of people are surprised that Mako is taking such a beating as he is. As you get closer and closer to some of the spectators who don't seem to be as much into it, you think you hear one of them say, "I'm surprised she let this happen." And then the other one goes, "Fuck it, he's got to have his fun somehow." At that point, it is Mako's turn again.
Uh-oh. It's gonna hurt.
Mako, his smirk drops for a second, and then you see his attitude shift, and you see him get a little bit more intense. He's going to make some attacks on you.
Mhm.
First one, as you kind of pushed him away, he is going to take his foot planted against the wall and launch himself forward for like a Superman punch. Oh.
Is he gonna
That's the natty
Superman that hoe?
20.
Ooh, yeah, he is. This is gonna hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I have to do math.
Do it.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
You rolled max damage too, didn't you? Of
Um,
course you did.
Hold on.
2.
Okay.
Max damage on
Oh,
a
it's gonna be
single
like
D2.
20. It's gonna be
So-
like 20 something.
The Superman punch surges forward, and before you can even think to move or blink, you just feel it 100% collide with your jaw, and you're knocked for a loop just as another ear-splitting headache sets in. You're gonna take 29 points of damage.
Oh shit. Oh damn.
5 points left.
Uh-huh.
After which you hear another message say, "Sorry, darling, I have to make it believable." And then you just see in your mind's eye this image of Mako in the ring, nobody else around him, with a sign that says, "Free me." He is then going to position himself and make another attack. That is a 15.
Little miss.
But you notice as he is coming in. Actually, anybody on the outside watching the fight, make me an insight check.
18.
Ooh. 24.
Okay.
That one's
19.
19. Okay. With the 19 and the 24. Sorry, there's.
He's busy doing this.
Dermot, what was yours? I'm so sorry.
With a natural 1, 6.
Okay.
You're busy winning the crowd.
6, the 19.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
the
paying
24.
attention.
Sorry, Thurston. Arathea and Cad, you swear that just as he was about to strike, he pulled his punch a little bit and almost intentionally whiffed, just as Faraday was still reeling from the attack. He is going to action surge.
Oh, fuck me.
And he is going to make another attack. So that's a 15 on the die.
Will it?
That is going to be... This is going to be 10 points, so this is going to knock you out.
Knock me out.
Just as you see him sort of come in with like a Sparta kick, you hear another message. Just say, actually, it's not even going to be words. It's going to be the same image of him holding the sign, but the dwarf's going to be behind him. And it's almost like a camera. You'll see it zoom in to a ring on her finger that has a red gem. Just as you perceive that, you feel all the air get knocked out of you as you are Sparta kicked in the chest, knocked against the wall, and fall to the ground unconscious. It's at this point that you hear, everybody hears a lot, mixture of cheers and boos. There are people, Cad, you were listening to some of the people in the crowd, you hear them say, "Holy shit, I'm surprised she still has a jaw!" You know, like ridiculous. People are reacting more to that first shot than anything. But Mako backs up, cracks his neck, and then grimaces at all of the whip marks that are on his body, and then looks up at Arathea, Thurston, and Dermot. And he just says out loud, "Might be able to scrape up some of what's left," as he turns and walks towards the dwarf.
I'm going to, immediately as he starts saying that, if I can, I'm going to transition into a different tune that is not Faraday's theme song. But just like a high energy, like victory type tune.
Okay.
Still going in the order.
At this point, initiative is ended, so you guys, your actions are yours.
Can
just-
Cadriel like jump in and use her like healing hands on Faraday.
Sure.
And that's
you. Oh, go ahead.
that's a 24 for performance if you're interested.
Okay. The people are definitely into the music accompaniment with the brutal fight that just took place. Just as Cad drops down into the ring and lays healing hands on Faraday.
That's 5 points, Sam.
Sweet.
And the damage, Sam, was just enough to knock you out. He wasn't knocking you into death saves or anything
Okay.
like that.
She opens up her
as-
eyes and looks up at you, Cad, and like this just big grin of like bloody teeth, and like one is kind of chipped right here. And she just didn't think I'd go down that fast.
Yeah, you
Kat,
got a
as you're
couple good
looking at
hits in.
Faraday, you do see her nose is slightly crooked.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll give you my hand to like help you up.
I'll take it.
By the time you get to Thursday, he's like, "It's fine. We can fix all of that. You'll be perfectly fine. Don't worry. I think that Jules helped me pack this really good stain remover, so like it'll be fine."
Wow.
Once they're back like in the stands and that part of the conversation is happening and my song is ended, I'll just cast prestidigitation and clean her up.
Okay.
Siphon off that blood.
You okay? Are you good?
I'm good. Apparently, I can't say. Well, I can say the company name. I can't say her name.
Mm-hmm.
The Amazon thing
Mm-hmm.
made a sound
Yeah,
for no reason.
that'll happen.
And this is actually giving me the dawning realization that I cannot name my character, any of my
Mm-mm.
NPCs, a specific name.
Nope.
None of you, well, even if you do say it, it won't hear you because I got these on.
You also can't name it any NPCs any variations of that name,
Yep.
because when I watch Schitt's Creek and somebody yells Alexis,
Uh-oh.
my whole fucking house lights up.
Oh my god. That's awesome. As you guys are regrouping, Mako, you can see climbs up out of the pit and goes up to the dwarf, who looks perturbed but satisfied. He takes a towel from one of the guards next to her and starts dabbing at the gash marks in his flesh. And then you see her go as Mako meanders past her with some of the guards and makes his way out of the room.
Faraday's just watching.
At one point, Faraday, make me a perception check.
Plus-
I'll say with disadvantage, given
That's
the
fair. That's
bell
fair.
being rung.
Well, a 10 and an 11, so 14.
14. You do catch his eye at some point as he is moving out of the room. He does a quick glance and has this devilish smirk about him as he is dabbing at the wounds while grimacing at the deep cuts in his flesh.
I spit blood on the floor, but
Nice.
give him like kind of a like a nod.
Nice. Love it. Arthea, what you doing?
I think once the fight actually ended and and Faraday popped back up, I would have looked to see if the person watching it was still there, or if now that the fight's done, they're finished. They're also
Make-
finished watching us.
Make me another
Um,
perception check real quick.
okay.
Lots of
Okay.
perception checks, guys.
I know. 16.
16. You look at that same spot. They're nowhere to be seen.
And then just turn to Faraday once she kind of comes over. Just be like, well, You got some good hits in, at least.
Yeah, before he kicked my ass.
The crowd was into it, though.
I'm sure we got somebody's attention.
Oh, possibly more than one. There was somebody watching. Not just the fight, the rest of us too.
It's weird.
I wonder if that's our
Contact?
liaison. Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah,
they'll find us.
You've been one, right? Do you need to sit down or anything? Just kind of looking. It's like she's clean, but clearly it's that odd juxtaposition of like your clothing is totally spotless, but your face is slightly
Like a
off kilter.
mess. There's like a bruise starting to form,
Yeah.
and like right here.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have the wand healing.
Just enough to get me to the bar. I think.
Just enough to
Sam,
get
real
you-
quick, is the metal music still playing?
No, I turned it down.
Okay.
So if you want to start something, you can.
Yeah, I'll do Sirenscape.
How many D4s is enough to get you to the bar?
Bars.
Devours. Give me 2.
Nope.
Sorry, that might have been really loud.
Nope.
I'm lowering it.
All right, so mark off
Sorry,
2
kids.
charges. I'll give you like the bippity boppity boo tap on the nose. And you get an extra 6 points of healing.
That'll get me there. Thank you. She's a little like punch drunk too, like all the adrenaline. Even though she got like seriously got her clock cleaned, like
The important thing is that it's clean now.
Yeah, that's the takeaway.
that's the takeaway. I lean on Dermot, like put a elbow like on his head.
Right as you lean on Dermot, you actually see some of the people go, missing parrot, right?
That's
The
right.
missing parrot.
Missing parrot.
We'll be there. We'll get first rounds on us. That was awesome. And then they like meander out with the rest of the crowd.
I like to
Does that
Dermot.
mean we get
You're
free
welcome.
room? We can get free
Thank
rooms
you.
and free board.
I think so.
As you guys are starting to realize that the room itself is now starting to empty. You guys are watching the dwarf along with her guards rise and make their way out of the building through a different door. But everybody's starting to make their way out of the building, making their way. I assume you guys are following with them, or is there anything else you guys want to do before heading to the bar?
Which direction did the Shade Watch head? Like, obviously, once they disappear, we're not sort of following them, but is it like a back door or a different entrance or something?
So there's actually a door directly behind where that little throne setup is. It's very clearly a back door.
No, they get the special, they get the VIP entrance.
Of course they do.
Faraday's actually going to kind of not quite playing off that the wounds are or she's hurting as bad as she is, because she's hurting. But she's gonna lean against the wall and kind of just be taking a breather until like 95% of the arena is empty. Just kind of letting the crowd go first.
Okay.
Let them beat the group to the bar.
Okay. It takes a couple minutes, but about 95% of the crowd has migrated out of the building at this point.
Okay. There's something else to talk about on the way back.
Is it about the dwarf woman?
How'd you know?
I was standing behind her most of the fight and listening to what she was saying.
Shouldn't talk here though.
Well, where
Why
should we
is it-
talk?
Why is it never just one thing?
I think it works like that.
She acted like she owned the fighter. In these pits, most people seem to fight for their own boasting and money and whatever else it is, but she was talking as if she was letting him out for the evening. He has to have his fun and let him do what he wants. It's very
Speaking
strange.
of, we never saw that gnome again, did we?
Which gnome?
Scanlan Shorthall?
No.
I
he,
believe
I
he
like- no, I
introduced
like
himself
the-
as Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
That-
answer of
that's
which
why
gnome.
we didn't see him again.
Which gnome?
No.
No, we did not see him again.
No, actually, the last you saw him, Dermot, he was standing by the front door as you guys were walking in, and looking around. Make me a perception check. I'll say that. Wow, somebody is coughing up.
Somebody is coughing on the
storm.
sirenscape.
What the fuck? Sick people? That's a sound set? No, we'll turn that off.
Wait, did you say sick people?
That was one of the random ambient things attached to this.
Did you put
Did
a
you
record?
say perception?
Did you put a recording device in my house for the past week?
Yeah.
What was your role, Dustin?
Perception?
Yes,
12.
12.
Rolled a 19 on perception because I've also been looking for Scanlan the entire time. I mean, Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, for Esquire. As you guys look around, Burt Reynolds Esquire is nowhere to be found. In fact, you're hard pressed to remember a time seeing him after you guys had all entered the building.
I just turn to Faraday and say, "That cheeky bastard."
You didn't care about the gold anyway.
No, it's never about the gold, it's about the fun.
And I kind of push off the wall and start heading up the stairs to talk in the street.
Okay.
Wait, did you guys already lose all of your money we just got?
Not all of it.
No, not all of it.
How much did you bet?
Not all of it.
I think it was 60 gold between the two of us.
I really have to have that conversation about saving and the importance of a rainy day fund. I just.
And a 401k.
Yes.
And an IRA.
I just put a hand on Thurston's shoulder and be like, it's okay to have a little fun sometimes, even if it seems frivolous. Not everybody likes to shop for their fun.
But
Of course we
that
do.
is fun.
That's exactly what gambling is.
Shopping for fun?
How is it not?
But
Metaphorical sense, I suppose.
but what do
Be
you
right back, I'm gonna try
when
and
you
turn on the
shop?
light
You
over
get
here.
an item. What are you shopping for when you're gambling? What item do you get?
Thrills, entertainment,
Yeah.
More money.
The thrill of
more
chance.
money. If you're good,
Memories.
it's more money.
I mean, at
So
the very
it's-
least, you get like you get some kind of strong memory, good or bad.
So it's more about the experience of doing it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, like sightseeing,
Yeah.
but at a place where people punch each other in the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you bet on the
Oh.
underdog and they win, you make even more money and you get to gloat about it later.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And he just kind of trails off.
I feel like you'd be really good at that, actually.
I think you would be.
I mean, you have a good head for numbers.
Well, yeah, but from what I understand, it's not really so much about numbers as it is guessing that hoping you pick the right one.
It's about making the most informed decision with the information that you have. And sometimes a whole lot of luck.
Also weighing some risk.
Well,
Any other
risk
business
assessment.
venture.
Yeah.
Yeah, risk assessment is fun. That can be a good.
Such a nerd.
And
Risk
thus starts the
assessment
path
is
to corruption.
fun. My god.
It's gonna
He's
turn
just gonna
into like
by the end of this, he's just gonna be like a card counting, like.
He's gonna gamble away the family fortune.
Oh god.
But then
That'll be
he's gonna
pretty
win it all
hilarious.
back
Yeah.
with interest.
Actually, maybe he should be a bookie. Let's be
I'm
honest.
just saying, he's really got the skills down
Isn't
pat for
isn't
it.
Thurston already our bookie?
He should be.
as you guys are having this conversation, I'm gonna guess that you guys are kind of walking and talking at this point.
Yeah.
You do end up coming to the missing parrot. It takes a couple minutes to get there, and you can see that not only is it packed, there's a line out the door, and there is a burly, rather familiar burly man with a piece of fabric lodged in it, both of his nostrils, and a couple black eyes, a couple scuff marks, a couple bruises. And instead of acting as the bouncer, somebody that the people are afraid of, he's essentially there in name only, as everybody that's outside waiting to get in are just making fun of him.
Aww.
But he eyes all of you and says, "Boss says you're in free of charge. Go ahead in."
Okay.
One of the other guys goes, "You went down in like 3 hits, dude." Shut up.
I clap him on the shoulder and I lean in and I say, I bet on you. Next time,
Makes me
buddy.
feel pretty good. Yeah, I'll get him one day. It'll be fine.
I point to my nose. That guy hits hard.
You have no idea. It was weird. I swore he hit me in the face, but for some reason it felt like I got kicked in the nuts at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, I
You were about
can't
to be like, I totally
get. I don't. But I
Look, a boob punch hurts too.
Yeah. That statement is the one statement Thurston's like,
It's just like the wince before is nothing compared to his expression now, where he's like, "Oh God, that's what happened."
But he opens the door and leads you in, and the place is packed. And this isn't a large tavern by any means. But you're seeing the patron. Oh, shit! Did I forget to raise his goddamn name down? I'm the worst. I am sorry, guys.
You're good.
You
I have
sure are.
balding
What
dwarf
happened?
with no beard.
Okay, I don't think I actually gave him a name then.
No.
Okay. The bartender flags you guys down, says, I'm not even going to try doing a voice. For some reason, I was thinking of trying, but then I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. This is insane. You guys actually packed the bar. You got, yeah, free stay, free nights for the week. Screw it. Yeah, you guys get a week free stay. This is amazing. I have to go make money. And he quickly rushes off behind the bar.
I just call after him. Keys?
You already have them.
We have,
Oh, we do have them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We dropped our stuff off, remember? You guys haven't seen the rooms yet, I don't
else's
think.
Keys.
Oh,
Yeah.
did
Yeah,
everyone
Cadriel
know?
and Thurston haven't
yeah,
seen
we
them.
haven't
Mm-mm.
seen them.
Oh, yeah. So you guys, so you see the size of the bar here?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember the rooms from Tourist Fields?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Think about half that size. No well, one has a window. One bed per room. They're probably, I think the closet in my room at your house, Thurston, was actually larger than this room.
I should hope so.
So just a fair warning. It's a bit tight up there. We'll just kind of go up the stairs.
We get rooms for free everywhere we go. Can we please start staying in nicer places?
I think this is the nicer place.
Oh, God.
This was the available place.
Yeah.
the only place we came to. We didn't look elsewhere.
I don't think there
You
really
didn't
is much of
care.
elsewhere.
I think the town it's a bit rough and tumble anyway. Chances are any other place.
I think
Any
the
other
elsewhere
place
was that dome.
Yeah, or I mean, I feel like the places that are nice are places that perhaps wouldn't give us the freedom to do what we want to do while we're here too.
I've always
Um,
found that any place that's nice enough, for the right price, tends to give you plenty of freedom.
I worry more about who owns the place. Seemed like there weren't very many inns. And I don't know if I'd want to stay with the Shade Watch.
I think we are staying with the Shade Watch.
This entire town is the Shade Watch.
Bode's the one that recommended this place, don't forget.
Did he? Was he the one who recommended it?
Mm-hmm.
you did.
Yes.
And like Kat said, I don't think we'd be able to get around it.
Not. in
I
that
think they own
case.
this town.
I think that much. They've owned this town for a while, and that dwarf woman seems to be the one in charge.
Oh, most definitely.
Just gauge
So who's sleeping where then?
Well, I think Faraday deserves the window. That was a hell of a couple of hits you took for us.
You guys are upstairs, right? Or are you at the bar?
We
I
were
think
walking upstairs.
We are walking upstairs.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can five
Just
of us fit in one of these rooms?
Standing, maybe.
Well, we have
people
two
crouched on the
rooms.
bed. Yes, but if we're all talking.
Sure. Well, actually, let me rephrase. You can most certainly try.
Like a clown car. It's like three people crouched on a bed and two people standing.
It's like high school where we're all trying to like fit in one car.
Car?
The Jetta!
And
Oh my god.
and somehow it's
Jetta.
never the car that actually is built to hold that many people.
The Jetta! I fit
Yes.
8 people in that car once.
God.
We were all much
Oh,
smaller
the
then.
memories. The
No.
BO was in that
I
car.
figure out where the eighth went.
2, 3, 4, 5.
The trunk?
Yeah,
was that a
I think
different
so.
time?
No, I think it was the trunk.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We didn't go far.
We
on
went
that
down the
particular
street on that
trip.
one.
Oh, we drove I think we did one 30-minute or 45-minute trip with somebody in like the trunk of a Chevy Cavalier.
Oh my god.
That
only
is
have one friend who can
dangerous.
drive.
Dear internet, this is not a advisement.
condone
Yeah,
it.
we do not
Only
do-
that
Don't recommend this.
Oh yeah, no, don't.
Do
this.
not do that. Do not ride in the bed of pickup trucks like we
No.
used to do.
Nope.
Yeah, don't. don't do any of
Don't
that.
take the doors off of your Jeep just as it's starting to get nice out, and then a crazy storm rolls in. Dustin.
No.
That was you. That was
Yeah,
That
that
was
was me
him.
riding in passenger seat,
Mhm.
also soaked.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't have the roof on the car then either.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
You have a
like that
lot of
just-
things on that car.
Beats the point of a car.
Yeah.
It was, it was a 98 Jeep Wrangler. The worst part of that whole story is that by the time we got to my house, grabbed what we needed and left again, the storm had started, the storm had stopped, and then I had to wait for the ice cream man to pass the house before I could pull out of the driveway.
Pretty hilarious.
It was perfect. That was a good day.
So yeah, so we squeeze into the window room, I guess. Once the door shuts.
Yeah.
Arthea, do you have anything to detect magic?
Do I have anything to detect magic?
Like, detect
yes,
magic?
I do.
I can.
Oh yeah, Dermot, you do too. I just
so-
don't want to be listened to.
Yeah, I mean, I can either. Is this room?
I assume the room is about 10 by 10, if not smaller than that.
Oh
So
yeah,
could I
10 by
could-
10 is right.
I could theoretically throw up a small stone.
Can anybody hear us on the outside of the dome?
Let's see. I want to see if sound can go through or not.
If it's the
Joe,
dome from... Okay.
I'm gonna just cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
No, I'm just gonna. With
Can
a spell
you
slot.
one action cast it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can only ritual cast today, so.
Dermot casts Detect Magic, and you do not send any magic in the room that you're in. You do get a slight ping coming from across the hall.
Where that
The elf
guy-
guy's room was.
The elf guy, yeah.
It was you get a evocation.
Evocation.
Yes.
Okay.
Joe, your
I
picture's
just-
frozen on my screen.
What's up?
Your picture's frozen
Yeah,
on my
your
screen.
video is frozen.
Yeah.
But I'm right here. I'm moving. I'm doing a dance.
No, you're
I'm
not.
taking my shirt off. I'm just kidding.
Please don't.
Do not get us booted off Twitch. God damn it.
I am going to
Okay, I'm
tell
gonna
the
turn it off
group
and turn
that-
it right back on.
Okay.
Oh no, stop.
Oh,
Wait,
Now
you were
it's just
fine for
frozen in a different
second, and it-
position.
God
oh
damn
god,
it.
did it stop with me like mid freak out? Please tell me it didn't.
No.
No.
All right, I'm gonna turn it off and turn it right back on.
Okay. Okay,
There
you're
you
good.
go. Yeah, you're good.
Stop making funny
Um,
faces. It's gonna freeze that way.
Now that that's true now. Our
Now
parents
it's
used
true
to say
now.
that. Now
Yeah.
it's true.
Exactly.
They saw the future.
Yeah. I'm going to tell the group that I will be back in just a moment, and I'm going to leave the room, walk down the hall, maybe like halfway down the stairs or all the way down the stairs, to see if anything else pings.
You making your way down the stairs towards the main room, and you do get another evocation ping off of and Dermot, I forget, were you part of the group that oh yeah, you were, because you booked the rooms.
Yeah.
You do get another evocation off of the very same and actually it was a human, not an elf.
Oh no, it was
you see
Elden
him
writing.
Mm-hmm.
You see him sitting at the bar, kind of meandering, taking in the sights and everything, but he's taking a drink out of his tankard.
The same one other patron that was here earlier.
Yes.
You're talking about? Okay. Okay. Yeah, none of that worries me. None of that is what I'm looking for. So I will just head back upstairs.
Okay.
Once Dermot gets back, Faraday's kind of like leveraged herself up on the windowsill and is using the cold glass as like a nice pack.
Aw. I mean, we can probably make something for that, just a like cloth.
I'm good. This is
Sure?
fine. Yeah.
You
I
sure?
will
You look.
do. I see this as I re-enter the room.
The more bruises I have, the more booze I get when I go back downstairs.
Are you? Is it okay to drink when you're?
No, but she's going to anyway. So
She's
you might as well not
fine.
question it.
Not wrong.
Now I
Fighter's
definitely
medicine.
want to question it.
So yeah, once Dermot gets back.
Are there any kind of any like long bits of cloth, any like I know none of this stuff is gonna be in the room, but like towels, extra bed sheets, a pillowcase, anything like that in the room?
I'm sure we're lucky if we have those in the first place in this place.
Make
We
an
have bed
investigation
rolls
check.
and
Okay.
such. Like we have blanket rolls.
I've stayed at
are
this
out.
hostel.
Gross.
That is a 21.
21.
Looking for some like a bundle of cloth that's relatively small, like the size of a shirt or smaller, that I don't care about not getting back.
In the room that you're in with the window, you don't see anything. In fact, the pillow is just sort of it sewn together. There's no pillowcase or anything like that. But you do check the other room that you guys booked, and there is a pillow with a pillowcase.
Okay.
It's kind of
Um,
roughly thrown together. It's like one step away from burlap, but
That's fine. I take the pillowcase and I roll it up into a loose ball, and I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on it to make it cold. And I'm gonna give it to Faraday.
okay. Faraday,
Look
you
at
have
that. An ice
you-
pack.
You
Hey.
have a totally not burlap ice pack.
Totally works for a heating pad too.
Yeah.
It would work as a heating pad.
She'll put it to her face. Thank you. And in kind of a nasally voice because her nose is broken. She'll look to Cad. Actually, she'll look to Dermot first. And she'll say, that drow and I have more in common than I thought. Cad was
Kermit
right.
immediately raises an eyebrow at you. Is that so?
Cad was right. Now look to the rest of the group. He showed me his magic. I don't know what it is. It's wild. Every time he hit me, I saw well, first I heard his voice in my head. And then he started showing me images. And the first one was him asking me to free him. He just said free me. And then the second hit, the one that knocked me out, he had the dwarf behind him. I point to Kat. And she's got a ring on her finger. I think that's what ties them together. But he's not doing this out of his own enjoyment. I mean, he may be enjoying it, you know.
But it's not. It wouldn't
Wait.
necessarily be his. It'd be more enjoyable if it were his choice and not someone else's.
The way she was talking as if she had him on some sort of leash. Oh, let him have his fun. I mean, that's not how we treated you going into that ring. And, you know, it was strange, but that was all I could get. You know, she was surprised that you seemed to be holding your own. And,
He hit hard.
yeah.
There's a reason he's champion.
You
But-
hit pretty hard too, though.
I think he did me a favor by knocking me out.
Well,
Oh.
I guess you don't want to show all your cards anyway. Good to leave a few things.
I definitely want to. If that's the case, then we should definitely find a way to help him. Although, looking at Thurston, that's not really what brought us here.
Well, as I said, it's never just one thing, but whoever we're supposed to be contacting hasn't contacted us, and I think we've done a pretty good job of making our presence known. I don't necessarily see the harm in, I guess, investigating while we have the opportunity or before we're contacted.
I
We
mean,
did have a
it
little
also-
bit of I mean, we had a little bit of a timetable for our primary reason, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like we have a timetable for our new task.
I mean, I also think that, like you said, things do tend to happen all at once, but there's always a chance these things are related. I mean, we need to investigate anyway. We don't know where your family friends are. We just know that they're supposedly being held here somewhere. And if this woman is involved in both of those somehow, I mean, she
Can't
seems to have a
imagine
hold
she's
on.
not.
She seems to have a hold on the whole town.
But I know who we can
Then-
ask more details for. And I kind of look at the door and the absolute rager, I'm sure, that is going on downstairs.
Oh yeah, like you guys don't even need to roll. It's nuts down there.
Well then, shall we return to the party and entertain all of our guests?
I suppose so. While Faraday was explaining, like seeing the ring, I rolled a 23 Arcana to see. Just Thurston wants to know if he understands like what sort of magic could be tying these two people together.
Hit the wrong button. It's difficult to say. I mean, you have heard in the history books of nobility that back when, buddy, I'm not laying down with you so I can rub your belly. That's not gonna happen right now.
No.
I will rub your head,
The
and if you present
guy.
it, your back, but I can't reach your belly, buddy.
No.
No, don't look at me like that.
Clearly, you need to relocate to the floor.
I was tempted to be like, all right, cool. So anyway,
That's why you have feet. You just rub with the foot.
that's true. You know what? I wonder if he'll be okay with that.
Lucky for me,
No,
ours
no,
went to
no.
bed.
He's not. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Are you picking me? I'm telling mom.
I'm telling mom.
With love.
Like,
Fine.
that smells. Get it away from me.
You remember reading up on the history books about noble families, and you said it was a 24, right?
23.
23. With a 23, you do remember hearing that there were some noble houses of Western that actually did engage in a slave trade once upon a time. It was a long time ago. But you do remember hearing of something called a slave ring. And you're not quite sure on the origin of this object, but essentially, through forced attunement, if a humanoid was wearing one, they could control a person. They could essentially make it so that person couldn't be more than a certain distance away from the ring itself. And the only means of dismissing it, and this is just again because of a 23 and your connections with nobility, the only means of dismissing it would be through the person wearing the ring. They would need to either willfully dispel it, or the ring would need to be removed from their person.
Okay.
So it just kind of, you could sort of spitballing in your mind, that sort of comes to mind.
So we chop off her hand.
Funny you should say that.
That escalated quickly.
Considering the episode of Critical Role that Sam and I just watched.
I feel like
Hey,
that's
I
really
need
good.
that bracelet. He'd chop off his whole hand.
Yeah, Thurston, like before we head down, he'll kind of stop everyone from going like, I think I remember hearing about this or something kind of like it long ago. And he'll kind of explain what he remembers about the slave ring. It's like, I'm not sure if it's the same thing, but it's something to go on, at least. Something to think about. That requires a lot of very powerful magic. That means someone in this town can do very powerful magic.
Or has access to
Mm.
very powerful items.
Yeah.
Well, we already know what the Shade Watch seem to be capable of, so I wouldn't be surprised to learn that they could do that kind of magic too.
Yeah.
Let's help how we can, but I don't know that I would like to leave not longer than we have to. Anyway,
Well, for the time being, let's head downstairs and see where our path takes us.
I'll look at Faraday. I believe I owe you a drink.
Did you open that?
And I open the door.
Teddy bear, it's nothing. You're barking at nothing.
We can't.
You're
I can't
barking
hear
at-
him.
You can't.
we
Oh,
can't hear
thank
him at all.
God.
No.
I can't hear him at
No.
all.
Okay, good. He was laying here. I guess heard an echo of a bark 5 miles away and decided to pop up, start barking, and head towards the window.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, sounds about right.
Dogs.
Dogs.
You guys make your way down to the party room. Let me disable the sick people sound effect one more time. 'Cause it's still weird.
Why is that a thing?
If you're in like a plague situation.
In terms of crowds, how crowded is this bar? Is this like St. Patrick's Day in New York style?
Pretty damn close. The room is almost standing room only. It's essentially like
This
a
is
nightclub.
like
but
Metro
without a
at rush
nightclub.
hour.
Yeah, kind
This is like inaugural. Ugh.
Yeah.
of. But as you guys make your way down the stairs, the moment Faraday is seen, you do hear a lot of ah! People are like, "Oh my god!" You know, freaking out that the challenger is downstairs and in one piece. And you guys are immediately assaulted with, "Let me buy your drink, let me buy your drink. Where'd you learn to fight like that? Oh, I love your hair, that's so cute." Like just a bunch of random people all coming up to say hello, shake your hand, offer drinks, whatever. What do you guys do in the party room? Do you guys just party on for the rest of the night, or is there something specific you guys want to be doing?
I am going to play and just keep the crowd entertained and keep the place full and just constantly being, reminding everybody of why we're here. It was such a great fight and singing, dancing, merriment, all of that jazz.
Sure. You make me a performance check just for the fun of it. Teddy is ringing the bell to go back outside, but I will ignore it because he's been out twice already. I know he wants to go out there. He wants to bark at the leaves, and that's not going to happen.
But those leaves were talking shit.
Yeah, well, they can continue to talk shit. Words don't hurt.
Yes, they do.
I mean, that is a
Have you
lie.
ever cast vicious mockery?
I've killed people with that spell.
I've killed before.
That is a 25.
Jesus fucking Christ. You continue playing, and you look at the bartender, who, as the party kind of goes on, you're seeing that he's doing some shots with people too. So he's definitely enjoying himself just as much as everybody that's in his bar, and he's making decent money. But you can't tell if he is excited and happy at the turnout or from the music, but you almost get him happy to the point of tears. And he's like got like a half-empty tankard in his hand, like, "I love you guys." He's just like swimming in money pretty much right behind the bar. Oh my god. All right, I will
Just
be
let him
right
out.
back. My
We're good.
dog needs
Aw.
attention. Sorry.
You're good.
It's fine.
I expect pictures of this cute boy after this.
Really.
Oh, that's what I should do in the other corners. I should just do a rotating picture, pet pictures on the other side.
Dog cam.
Dog
Thanks.
cam. I could set up a
Teddy
dog cam.
Spencer.
You should
Yeah.
you should figure out how to do a feed to the duck cam.
Duck cam, yeah.
There you go.
Yes. It'd be boring. She just left.
Oh,
Like
Aw.
5 minutes ago, she just took off. She's been sitting in her nest all day, and she went to go find some food. She went to go find some dinner, I think.
That's fair. You know, everybody's got to eat.
No,
Yeah,
she worked
you know.
hard for the money.
She did. She stayed when the mailman showed up. She stayed and had breakfast with a squirrel. It was like fucking Snow White around here. I
Yeah.
tell ya. But yes, I should. I should try and figure out how I can pipe in duck cam. I think I could do it because it's on. If I pull it up on a website, I think I can capture the website and put it in the corner.
That is hilarious.
I think I could do it.
Oh my god. No, because then it can get real dark if like a predator finds them.
No.
Oh.
She's in the front yard. I don't think there's gonna be anybody. I don't know.
Just saying.
We should have a guana cam sometime too.
We should have a
Like,
iguana
We
cam.
can.
Yes.
Good.
Like, it would be awesome.
Dinosaur
It's-
cam.
He's probably just sleeping. That's
I mean, that's what
Yeah,
Spencer's
he
doing
moves.
right now.
Anytime
Yeah.
he moves, you just hear da, da, da. At one point, as you guys are all enjoying yourselves, Dermot, as you are continuing to play, Faraday, you find yourself at the bar, just basically staring down the like 5 drinks you have right now,
Oh boy.
and you see another slide in front of you as the patron from across the hall slides over a wine glass. It's filled with an amber liquid. So here, it's a rarity. I bring it with me wherever I go because this shit tastes like pennies. Here, nice fighting. That was
Like
intense.
pennies.
Yeah, I wish I had lasted a little longer.
Hey, you gave him a run for his money there for a hot second, so nothing to be ashamed of.
Have you watched the
Hey.
fights before?
No, actually, it was my first fight that I've seen in a bit of a time. So, thank you for the 1 in a million entertainment. That was nice.
Absolutely.
That is honey mead. That is a rarity in these parts. So, drink nicely, enjoy it. You earned it, and yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And then he gets a little awkward.
How long have you been in town?
Just a couple days. I'm on west, I guess. I hate that term, but looking for someone.
Anybody I might recognize? Try and keep an eye out.
They're supposed to stick out like a sore thumb. She's got elven features, blue hair, which I think is a little rebellious considering how old she is, but not judging. And she's actually got some strange tattoos on her face. Anything ring a bell?
No, I think I'd remember somebody with blue hair. And I kind of
Yeah.
pat one of the
Yeah, you
One of
know,
the buns.
looking from behind, I was a little. I thought for a second that you were her, and then he realizes what he just said, and he's like, "Not that I was looking at."
It's okay.
I don't do this talking thing very often, so
It's okay, I don't either. Normally it's that one that does the talking, and I point to Dermot, who is obviously charming whichever crowd he's around.
I'm sure I'm like clip clopping on somebody's table.
oh yeah, and they're cheering like, "I'm getting a lap dance!" Like just like totally not in tune with what's actually happening, but you know. He says, "I'm Jericho.
Faraday,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you
If
too.
I never seen you around, I'll hope to see another fight. Probably gonna be leaving tomorrow, but yeah. Anyway, have a good night. And he kind of gets up and does a little like salute, and then awkwardly moves towards his room.
Thanks for the drink.
Does one of these.
Pooja, with the traveling Dermot and I have done, would I know anything about honeymead in terms of, like, origin, or, like, if there's any, like, is it a common, like you said, you know, it's obviously not common around here, but, like, is it, you know, would it give me any insight as to where this guy is from?
Make me a history check.
Ooh. Oh, actually, I'm not awful at that. 13.
So, with a 13, you know of a couple of bars that sort of specialize in it. And the issue is that a lot of these don't end up being all that good. They tout having a fantastic honeymead, but really it just kind of ends up being like feels like watered down and not very flavorful or whatever. But there is one place that you know of, and it is in Wildmount. And you know that it is in the area of Zadash. That there is a fantastic honey meadery that charge actually pretty astronomical prices for a bottle. The establishment itself, the name doesn't come to mind, but you know it's kind of in that region.
I will take a sip of it.
It is like liquid gold. It's nice and sweet. It doesn't bite at the end. It leaves a nice warm feeling. And even with your compromised sinuses, you do get this pleasant warmth throughout your body.
Wonderful. I will kind of, perched on a stool at the bar, just kind of sit and sip at that for a little bit.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
At some point, I'm gonna break for the door
Okay.
to get some air. I think she made it about. She might have made it through the first maybe 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And then it was like too loud with too many people, too close. And yeah. She might have given like a quick not really an explanation so much as like I
can't get words bad. Go.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
And just go outside and get some fresh air and take a deep breath.
I see Arathia leave, and I take that as an opportunity to kind of stealth out of the bar as well. I would like to kind of go around the neighborhood a little bit to see if there's anybody looking about that seems to sort of be watching for us, or if there's any sign of the people that we're supposed to be meeting with or anything of that nature.
Okay. So Cad, go ahead and make me a perception check, and Arthea as well. May as well. Thurston.
Do you want me to
find?
roll stealth too, or no?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Everybody is
It's
so
fine,
enamored and super excitable and all that nobody even notices who comes and who goes.
Thurston.
Perception, you said, right? You
What
said
was it?
perception?
Yeah.
Okay. 6. Let's see
Okay.
shit. It's too loud.
19.
And Thurston, what you doing?
Thurston is sitting with Faraday as he kind of realizes like everybody else is leaving, so he should probably stay because Dermot's like off working the crowd. So he's gonna stay by Faraday's side, but he is like there's a drink in front of him. He's not sure how it got there. He thinks it might be one of Faraday's of like the pile that people put. And
She's slowly like pushing some towards him.
Yeah, except he's also not drinking it because he took a sip and tastes like pennies is nice.
Oh no.
So he's just kind of awkwardly nursing it, trying to pretend like he's part of the crowd. Yep.
Seeing the grimace, she'll kind of hold out like with great pains because this mead is like the best thing she's had since like Feywild wine. She'll kind of offer it out. Try this.
No, that's okay.
No.
That was especially for you. Uh, this, I think you can get anywhere. So, something that's a rarity uh, should be kept to those who it's given to.
Do it yourself, but that just means we'll have to go to Wildmount to find more.
Oh. Oh God, please don't tell my mother I want to leave the country. Or continent.
The continent? I think she'd kill me.
Cadriel
Well, I
would
think she-
happily
For
show
just
you
a
why
moment,
now.
Dermot's head just like appears between you. Who says we have to tell her? And away he goes.
Yep. I'm not there, but that would exactly be her response.
Show you around Nicodranas, Chastity's Nook, and the
Now, Cad and Arthea. You guys step outside into the winter air and find it a welcome feeling, as you guys didn't realize that the windows themselves were actually starting to fog up because of how hot it got in there and how fast it got there.
like
You
stepping onto
guys-
the back patio of the club.
Yeah,
Mhm.
kind of.
Done that.
Suddenly, like this, your chest freeze up.
Ooh, my shirt's wet. I was sweating.
And as you guys are taking a deep breath and enjoying the um, the nighttime air and the breeze, Arathea, you look and actually notice that the bar, or the bouncer is missing. Now there are still people that kind of like hanging out outside. It's not like anybody's really trying to push their way inside. People realize like it's packed. The chances of like making that shit happen are minimal. Like it's not gonna happen. Um, but you do think it odd that the bouncer is missing.
Um, once I get my bearings back, I'll kind of try and sort of shake off that feeling like the walls were slowly pushing in as more and more people packed their way into this bar. And then just kind of give a nod of my head toward where the bouncer was standing, um, and mention that, well, I guess that explains, maybe that's why it got so crowded in there. Nobody on crowd control.
It was Dermot's plan, wasn't it?
To get us free rooms for the week.
Usually does. There's something off about this, and I can't figure out what it is.
About the bar or...
About everything here.
Oh, yeah, no, there's definitely
People in the
something.
woods. Yeah.
Well, not the people in the woods, everything else in the woods.
The
Things
people in
that
the
are...
woods also. Why were we asked to come here just for them to keep us waiting? I mean, they acted like they were going to kill Thurston's family friends if we didn't come immediately. And we had a night out. Faraday fought in the pits, and this is, I don't know.
You think we're
Feels
missing?
like something is brewing, and I don't think the explosion is going to be good.
You guys are having this conversation. Cad, you did make mention, you guys are kind of walking around a little bit. And Arathea, again with your 19, as you guys are talking and kind of taking in everything that's happened in the last couple of days just on this journey here, you can see that in the snow there are odd tracks that look like somebody was dragged into an alley.
Is there, aside from tracks, any sort of discoloration, blood,
with
Anything
a
that would
nine-
make it look maybe different than, I guess, dragging up a heavy box or a bag of wheat or something.
right at the entrance of this alleyway, which of course is nice and dark and not very
Oh.
well lit,
Yeah.
you do see a teeny bit of blood in the snow next to some of these tracks.
I'll stop before the alleyway and just kind of look down and look up and over toward where the track seems to lead, and then kind of picking out the little hints of blood. Just narrow my eyes at it. Like, well, guess not everything was as peaceful as back at the missing parrot.
Do I see the blood that she sees? I assume you pointed out.
Yeah, I mean, once I stop and kind of hold up a hand and
I mean, I could go look.
I mean, I don't know. It makes me nervous being here, going off without the rest of everyone. I mean, I know you're
Maybe-
quiet and you're sneaky.
Maybe
Real
it's just
shady.
not our business tonight.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it's
pretend you didn't say that last part.
in a good way.
And I just kind of like smirk. I'm just like,
In a good
I know
way,
you're
in a
joking.
good- But I just, I feel I feel like we're missing something.
That's
And we already have two potential
yeah.
problems. I worry about adding a third. I mean, if you want to take a look, is there anywhere around where we are that's not the dark alleyway that we can kind of like step to the side of the street where we might be able to get a little bit of cover?
Across the street on the opposite side of where the alleyway opens up, you can see that there is, some carts and some haphazard boxes that are sort of along the street. It's clear that these were emptied or either damaged or something where they're just not in use. So as such, it just sort of clutters up that side of the sidewalk.
Okay. I mean, do you want to take a look? And I'll kind of just start veering off in that direction. Not toward the alley, toward the carton boxes. Do you want
Suppose a look couldn't hurt, but
I mean, it
I
probably
don't
can.
know that we should be. Well, it can if they see me, but I don't know that we should be looking for a fight tonight.
Mm,
I think we've had enough of those this evening.
well, it's only some of us. And Faraday seemed pretty content, so. But if you're gonna
Yeah,
if you want to take a look, I can give you a little more cover if you want. But it's up to you. It'll last a while.
I think the question is, if I go look, what exactly are we going to do about anything I find down there?
Probably not much. I'm more worried about you not coming back out here.
I think tonight it just needs to not be our business. We should go back.
Okay.
Okay.
Let the others know when we get back. Maybe we can find business down that alleyway tomorrow. As one does.
As one does.
And
I'll head back to the bar.
I'll kind of mark where the alleyway is.
Okay.
And before heading back. What does the crowd situation look like?
By the time you guys get back, it has lessened a little bit, so it's not nearly as claustrophobic. At this point, it's starting to get into the wee hours of the night. You know, there are definitely some people who are meandering out of the bar looking for their rooms at another tavern because there's no way they're staying in this one. Um, but eventually it does sort of wind down, so it's not nearly as chaotic. It's now just people with their good buzz on, sitting at tables, enjoying themselves, listening to Dermot play. It's a relatively nice night.
Just look at
Um,
Arthea, and I say, I think I'm gonna go upstairs. I don't feel like I'm drinking much tonight. No, go up towards our rooms.
Yeah. Well, after the last of these parties, I think it's probably a good idea to maybe ease back on the drinking a bit. Especially
Cowards.
if we want to be. I mean, it will, but the next day, not so much.
this is the session to advocate for safety at bars, people. Take this to
Always
heart, internet.
buddy system if you're going anywhere.
Yep. All right.
And I'll go as Cad heads back up toward the room. I'll look for Thurston, Faraday, see if they're still seated there.
Okay.
Does Faraday still have a very large pile of drinks in front of her?
It has whittled down either from being dumped out or being drunk, but Faraday, would you down that wine, the honey mead, all the way, or would you kind of savor it as the night goes on?
I think she'd savor it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arathea, you are noticing that yes, a lot of the other drinks have dwindled down, but there's one glass that you could see she's been nursing for most of the night. Oh, and Faraday, you are feeling that wonderful warmth pretty much all the time right now.
Nope. That was the goal. Dull the pain.
You look a little better, or maybe a little happier.
I feel a little better.
Surprised you can feel it all. Were all these you?
Yeah, I think they. Yeah, I think so. They kind of started multiplying. I think somebody. Yeah. Yeah, they started kind of multiplying on their own. I'd look away, and then two
On
should
their
be there.
own.
Yeah,
they just magically
they
appeared.
just kind of would appear.
Huh.
I gave some away, but
Well, I guess you made a lot of fans in there.
better to have
Are,
friends than enemies.
Actually, speaking of, well, not friends, but not enemies at least. Um, the big guy outside, did he come in here? Did you see?
Did I see any? I would have noticed him, probably.
He is a
Make
big.
a perception check. This will just be for like remembering the night. And Thurston, you can too if you want as well, along with Dermot.
The night.
Trump's cheating.
But a 1.
Nope.
No, I didn't see him at all.
Well, I probably didn't either, considering I just rolled an 8.
Ah,
Okay.
What is this? Perception?
Yes.
7.
We're good job, guys.
perfect.
Good
You guys
job.
were so distracted that at one point, the amount of drinks that she had, you don't know if it was the honey mead or what, but she was starting to like pile them up like a house of cards.
Mhm.
You had to like persuade her to like put them all back down.
You've never stacked shot glasses?
But no,
oh,
you guys
God.
did not see the big guy enter.
Mm-mm.
He appears to have wandered off somewhere. I think maybe, I don't know when, maybe probably right around the time the bar seemed to, explode with people.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. We took a walk, not far, but didn't see him. Saw a few other people just milling about, but
Yeah, that's,
I don't know if it's weird, but
I don't know.
We saw some
At this
other
point,
things too.
as you guys are having this conversation, the door to the bar opens and you can see Bode walking in. And he looks kind of lackadaisical, a little tired, but then he's kind of looking through the crowd and then lays his eyes on you guys at the bar and immediately kind of beelines and does one of the like shoulder pats. He's just like, "How you feeling, champ?"
Oh,
Sorry,
ow. Better. Now that I've
put hair
had.
on your chest. You'll be fine. You got nothing to worry about. Where'd you learn to fight like that? That was insane.
mm. You know, around. My friends and I have been traveling for a while. Girl's gotta defend herself, right?
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys may have just landed a decent opportunity if you guys plan on sticking around. Arhana wants to meet with you guys.
Really?
Yeah, I told her about
Leader of
Arhana,
the Shade Watch.
Yeah,
The dwarf.
she.
Did we ever actually get her name?
We did.
Oh yeah.
I
we
looked
probably
at
mentioned that,
notes. Notes
Yeah,
like
me too.
session like 2.
I mean, I knew we.
I have
we
it
had
in
gotten
session
her
8.
name, so I know we had gotten the name of the leader, but did anyone at any point confirm that that is the same person as the dwarf?
I assumed dwarf.
Okay.
You know.
It's a little racist.
It's a
but
little
okay.
racist.
Wow.
It's a little racist. It's absolutely a little racist.
Oh my god, you racist fucks.
God damn. Not all dwarves are related.
Yeah.
All look the same.
Yeah, some of them are Scottish, but in Cujo's world, they're Russian.
I
True
mean, the
story.
one behind the bar doesn't even have like normal dwarf features. He's missing things.
Yeah, he
Look.
just got the height. He says.
Look, I'm just saying that the Vikings went to both Russia and the British Isles. They can
True.
still be related.
It's true.
They can.
It's true.
But
He wants to meet
Bode's.
with us.
Yeah, she. I told her about the wargs, about seeing that you guys handled them without really much issue at all. And then told her that one of them was, well, the same one who killed the alpha was the one fighting Mako, and here we are. So, yeah, she wants to meet with you. I'm pretty sure it's a job offer. So, can make some decent money.
The wards
Don't worry,
pay well.
champ. You can rest for the night. It's tomorrow, like afternoon. So,
Oh, good afternoon.
yeah.
Not.
I
early.
convinced her to move it a little bit past noon, so you had time to recover. But,
Appreciated.
Yeah, anytime.
I kind of look around and I assume I notice that Cat is not among us. Let me talk to the rest of our crew and where's she want to meet? The arena?
She just wants to meet in the Shade Watch building, so
Okay.
I'll just meet me there a little bit after noon. I'll be at the front, so I'll lead you through and give you the tour and whatnot, and then we'll get you situated with Arhana.
Sounds good. Care for a
Good.
drink? And I kind of gestured to the stack next to me. It's on the house.
But I kind of got drafted into night duty, so
Ooh,
yeah, got some.
like pulling a double.
You know, people keep calling in sick lately. It's kind of driving me nuts. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, you know, I was gonna buy you a drink, and then I saw your lake, thinking maybe not the best plan, but maybe next time.
Next time.
All right, you guys don't get too rowdy. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon.
See you tomorrow.
See ya. And he makes his way out of the bar.
Well, I suppose that checks off another box.
Solves one problem.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that she wouldn't know about. And I kind of like seeing that it's quieted down a bit in here. Trying to be as nonchalant as Tipsy Faraday can be. She looks to you there and says, yeah, I can't imagine that she wouldn't know about this. It's literally like
You're doing the Natalie baseball.
yeah. Cross herself at one point, like I don't know.
You gotta.
Oh my god.
It's like you gotta slow down, okay? I don't. They're individual letters, and you're doing them too fast.
But you haven't
I'll let you
tasted
guys
this
deliberate. I'm
mead.
gonna go get my dog.
Okay. But you get what I mean.
Yes, but I don't know. Is this? Well, I think that her knowledge may be there. I wonder if it is there to our benefit or to our detriment.
Well, if she's the one we have to talk to, then two birds, one stone. We have a bit of negotiation if she has a job for us. If she's not the person we're supposed to be talking to, not the person that sent the letter, but she still knows about it, she can point us in the right direction to who to talk to. If she doesn't know about it, surely she would want to know if one of her minions was doing something behind her back.
Yes, I suppose so. Well, either way, I guess we just have to wait till tomorrow.
I want you guys to know. I opened the laundry room door, and Teddy was just sitting there staring at me like, "Do you know how long I've been in here?"
Oh,
Poor
Um,
guy.
poor guy.
He's tired lately. I don't know. But you guys, let me get the sounds going again. Is there anything else you guys wish to do before the night passes? Kat, I know you went to bed a little bit early. Is there anything you wanted to do?
Just take a look at those letters that we wrested from the clasp and try to work on deciphering them since
Okay.
they were in the thieves' camp.
Make me an intelligence check.
Nine.
Fine.
All right. You do manage. You don't get a full break in the puzzle, but you do manage to unlock one chestnut in the message. It is the name Chainhelm.
That shady fucker. Okay.
Of course.
Can you guys hear this stuff or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like.
Again.
I mean, I have it really low, but I hear something.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Even on Sirenscape?
Yeah.
I haven't
Alright.
really been able to hear it tonight at all, to be honest with you.
Well, the
Whoa.
fight music was coming through mine, so you wouldn't have heard that. But
Well, I just heard a
No.
dog bark.
I just heard a
Yeah.
dog bark too.
But like when y'all were talking about the coughing and
Mm.
plague
Gotcha.
people, I didn't hear any of that, and I have had it on all the time.
I wonder if it's just the volume here. That.
Honestly, it might be mine because I made it stop doing an update when it was trying to like do that as I signed on.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like my computer was trying to get all uppity on me, and I was like, "Oh no, you're not doing that right now."
No, you
All
don't.
uppity.
It was like, "But I want to do updates," and I said, "Well, you don't get to do them for another like couple weeks," because I said. So I turned them off.
All right. Well, yeah, you do manage to weed out the name Chainhelm in the letters. And through there, you know that if you spend a little bit more time, you'll be able to sort of take that as your starting point and then undo the word puzzles from that point outward. If there's anything else anybody likes to do. Okay.
Good.
The night passes. You guys awaken in the morning. And Faraday.
Constitution saving throw.
Yup.
Okay. Can I take my long rest?
Yes.
Oh yeah, long rest.
Constitution saving throw. 14.
Not bad. I will say, other than a pretty strong headache,
I mean,
you don't, for obvious
for
reasons,
obvious reasons.
you don't have any lingering effects from the night of drinking or booze or anything like that.
Sweet. Awesome.
Which room did we all
and-
crash in? Are all 5 of us in one room?
You guys could have like a high school slumber party.
Would not have allowed that to happen.
No.
I feel like since I was busy playing and entertaining the majority of the evening, I would not have been drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Cadriel
I
had
did
like
not drink.
maybe a single shot with Faraday.
Yeah. Faraday's the only one that drank because Thurston.
Yeah.
No.
Thurston was being responsible friend.
Sipped for politeness.
Faraday was like that friend last night.
She was. She really
Mhm.
was.
But drunk Faraday's nice.
Drunk Faraday's real nice, guys.
Does her like coloring and everything change when she drinks?
If it's if it's fun drinking,
Mm-hmm.
she turns a bit more spring.
Oh, okay.
So she gets a little bit of the green in. If it's angry drinking, like
rage drinking.
Summer.
Okay.
Summer. Yeah, very much.
I love that we can kind of gauge how her night's going based on like the extent to which she's shifting seasons.
Yeah, very much. She's like a
If she
fucking.
ever goes full summer
Mood
instead
ring?
of winter, fucking panic.
She
just
is.
had
She's
to,
the
like,
living mood ring.
I know to like cut her off when like suddenly the flowers starts getting ready to sprout. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
whose turn is it? Take her upstairs.
Nose goes.
You guys awaken, and whoever was sleeping in the room with the window is met with a pleasant surprise. It is the first day, I should say, that you have awoken to a clear sky in quite a while. So, oh God, no. No, he's back. No, I have to turn him off. No, the Magnumar Hawker. I heard him.
Oh, I
An
can't hear
asshole.
that. Oh wait. Oh, mine crashed.
Oh,
That's why I
He's
can't
having a
hear
good
him.
time in the background.
Everybody's
You wake up to
curious.
some douchebag singing, and it's not even the douchebag that we travel with singing in the morning.
yeah, it's just it's not even a good singing. I love Sirenscape. Sirenscape is an amazing tool for dungeon masters and people who just love ambient fantasy sounds, whatever. Okay, but this sound set, and I apologize, it's not the Hawker, it's the bard that they have a part of the people ambience that just periodically goes.
I
There's a
mean,
goat.
My dog,
well, in the case of Dermot, it's both.
my dog just looked at me like,
Anyhow.
"What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Like, oh, there's a goat there.
Oh my god, this lighting is terrible.
Cujo, I have a question for you.
I may have an answer for you.
Did I make any money with my performance?
Now I hear the bard. Now I hear the bard.
It's so dumb. I don't know. Alright, you made 24 copper.
Okay.
72 silver. Shit. And 83 gold.
Holy
Gina?
shit!
Mhm.
He's gonna waste all of it.
Mm-hmm. Not
So I could
save it all for his robe.
Nope.
He's never
Absolutely
getting
not.
that robe.
He's never getting that robe. So
Like,
Kujo has
saved
no
up
problem
enough
giving
money.
Dermot a ton of money when he performs because he knows that he's gonna fucking throw it away on bullshit.
It's the idea. I think we made the joke about Thurston where he goes into a supermarket. It's like, hi, I would like these bananas. How much are they? Can I give you a $500 bill? Would that be okay? Will
Yeah.
that cover?
What could they
Michael,
cost? $10?
It's one banana. How
It's
much could
just
it
gonna
possibly
cost.
But
100 enough?
you guys awaken. You guys.
Oh,
hear
and
some-
Court, that right there is why I'm loaded. Why I can just throw away 40 gold pieces on a bet for the bookie to just run off with it.
Oh, well, yeah, because you perform and do
Yeah.
that type of thing. I was
For the one who cares
questioning you.
absolutely nothing about money, I'm the one making all of it.
Maybe you should share the wealth with everyone else. Nah.
Are you like counting your gold as we wake up?
No.
Okay.
He just jingles as he
No.
walks. It's the
I
clip-clop with the
only
jingle.
keep track of it for meta logistical reasons.
Because I imagine that if Thurston sees you with gold, he don't show Thurston how much money I have because he's gonna talk to me about numbers and it's gonna be really boring.
And my
And so he
401k.
right, and he just never know.
Vesting.
My 401k.
Ew, is Thurston that stock guy? Like, is he into stocks? Like, would he be
Is
one
he a
of those
stock bro?
weirdo? Yeah, is he a
No,
stock
he's not a stock bro. Like, no. Stock bros, that's
He
too
hasn't leveled
far.
up yet.
I mean,
He's one of
never
those
gonna
people
be a
that
stock
always
market.
talks about his retirement fund
Oh, yeah, there you
and
go.
how you should start it sooner than later because, if you
Mhm.
want to retire by this age, you gotta sit, aka my dad.
AKA everybody's
Like-
dad.
Yeah.
And only 6%?
Yeah.
You gotta pump up those numbers. You gotta pump that up. Come on.
Next time you get a raise, just put the whole amount of that in there because then it's a wash and you're used to making this much per month and you won't notice it.
Don't let lifestyle inflation creep up on you, okay? Don't let that happen. Says
Just
the
remind
rich
me-
kid wearing rich kid clothes.
Yeah. Says the kid who's never had to worry about that in it ever.
It's like, well, yeah, of course. You just take half of it and you put it in the bank, and it's like, okay, but then you have to buy food somehow.
I just really like the whole
Right.
aesthetic of you Rhodes, saying that right now. You're just kind of leaning back and you're like, don't let
No.
lifestyle.
No, let that happen.
It was so good.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Thurston has like
Eddie
the most
agrees.
expensive lifestyle ever.
Yeah, but do you know why? Because his family has done a lot of good investing.
Sure.
You see, he's like, I prove my own point.
Mhm.
So you guys wake up.
About that.
You guys hear the murmur of conversation downstairs, but nothing else seems to catch your eye or catch your attention. What do you guys do?
I feel like I should meditate to this chanting music.
Yeah, I'm not
I
quite sure
probably
what's
just
happening there.
finished.
I'm going to assume that I ended up in whichever room Arthea ended up in. I assume I ended up with the elves because they don't sleep and I sleep like a rock.
Yeah, so that we probably took the non-window room, and Cad could take the bed, and the two elves can just do elf, trancing.
Mm-hmm.
Or
So-
did Faraday actually need to sleep last night?
Oh, I don't know.
She had to meditate for 8 hours instead of 4.
Right, something like that.
She had a real long meditation because she kept getting sidetracked.
So there was one teeny thing I forgot to do. Just
Too late now.
trivial, really.
Just trivial, really. It's always just trivial.
Dermot.
Oh god.
Does Dermot sleep?
Yes, Dermot needs to sleep.
Dermot,
Yes.
you curl up against the wall, giving Faraday the opening to use the bed. And though it takes a while, sleep does eventually take you. And you feel the weight of your head slowly overtake you as you just sort of drift off. And you feel yourself begin to dream. And it starts as a cloudy day in a beautiful garden. You and Fiona, match made in heaven. What really throws you off is at one point Fiona speaks and says, "Oh, this is the life, isn't it?"
It sure is.
And then the ground disappears from under you. You feel yourself falling.
I immediately reach out to grab Fiona.
See that Fiona slowly, you get like fingertips, and unfortunately it's just a combination of bad misses before Fiona goes spinning off in a different direction through this clouded sky.
I am in full panic mode and just shout out into the void, Fiona!
The rushing of air and everything, it muffles your cry as you watch your beloved violin disappear into the clouds that seem to surround you. And as you fall and continue to cry out, the clouds darken, continue to plummet farther and farther. You feel like you've reached terminal velocity at this point, just air rushing past you. And after what seems like minutes of just pure falling, you finally get a break in the clouds. And you see a landscape lit by fires everywhere. This isn't a hellish plane. This is similar to the material plane. It looks like this is some sort of countryside that have these little dots of flame as you're seeing these buildings. Forests and natural formations are just burning. And this smoke continues to add to the thick clouds that you just finished falling through. You can see this, what once was a beautiful city, from this vantage point as you're continuing to plummet miles and miles above the surface. You see this beautiful city, what was once beautiful, turned to ruin. And through these, through the rushing air, you can hear just screams, like the land itself is in pain. Continue to plummet. And you can see, the closer you get to the ground, the more you're starting to make out that what you thought was grass was bone. An endless sea of bones just litter the ground. And as you grow closer and closer, you see some of these bones start to bond together and link to form this large, odd hand that almost reaches up to greet you. And just as you are about to make contact with the palm, you snap awake and swear that you could hear this deep, strained voice laughing in the final moments of your dream.
As I snap awake, I just shout out, "Fiona!" And I immediately go looking for her.
She is right next to you where you left her.
I just spend a few minutes just panting heavily, just holding Fiona.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with my camera because it doesn't like the lighting here. There, I'll just slouch. That'll be good. All right, cool. That's better. Faraday, I'll say you are awoken by the sound of Dermot shouting for Faraday. Or for
Fiona.
Fiona Faraday.
She's
You
Faraday.
did this to me.
Dare you? Yeah, we did.
If he shouted for Faraday, oh my god.
Right.
It's a Friends plot twist. Monica and Chandler?
Who else are you guys?
Well,
So,
they're okay.
Yeah.
so did Thurston sleep in his own room then? Did the four of us sleep in one room?
I was thinking that it was going to be Dermot and Faraday in one room. I hate this lighting situation. I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine.
I was thinking
You're
it
good.
was Dermot and Faraday in one room, and then Thurston, Cad, and Arthea in the other. If I'm incorrect, that's perfectly fine. I was just kind of assuming.
I see.
Doesn't
So it's
matter
just
to
one
me. I'm just really curious about who might be sharing the bed, or who
So
actually-
Cadriel
Cad-
and Thurston shared the bed.
like opposite ends.
No, I
You do
mean,
the head to toe thing.
Mm-hmm. Like the Charlie and
I
the Chocolate
mean,
Factory.
I don't think Cadriel cares. She's just like, yeah, share, lay there. I don't give a shit.
Thurston like puts like his bag like in between as a barrier and not as like, and as he does it last night he's being real. He's like, it's not against you, it's just, I want to be polite and make sure that you have your space. I don't want to actually, it's nothing, it's just to be polite, that's all.
Thurston, it's fine. You're taking up more room with your bag than if you just lay in the bed.
Oh, that's a good point.
She just goes back to sleep.
I'm just committing this image to memory.
Arthea is drawing the picture in the journal to Gilmore.
Yeah.
It's like the only entry from the day. It's basically like Faraday kicking ass, and then, oh my god, they had to share a bed.
Oh
Gotta show
no.
that to his mother. She will be scandalized.
Oh goodness.
You get a message back from Gilmore that says, "Really? Those two?"
Not like that.
You get a ...
Mine in
Sure.
Just like shit, wrong journal.
Look, Gilmore doesn't get to talk.
Or is it the right journal? I mean, no.
But Faraday,
Unlike Gilmore, she keeps her journals separate. And is very careful to
They're
make
color
sure the one
coded.
that she's. Yeah, they're like they at least have some kind of indicator on them that it's not like 3 brown things with no title. And like you go in and you are thinking you're like grabbing your thing you use to work out your spells, and instead you're sending a whole bunch of like random math equations to
Gilmore would probably just solve the equation for you.
Yeah, he'd be like, you missed a
You'd be
one.
like, yeah, I know. I'd get
You
it
just
back,
start-
and it would be like parentheses at the end.
starts with, "Oh, darling, please, you should have just asked me for help."
Right.
It includes the answer.
X equals 7.
If he ever did that, he would just get math all the time.
But Faraday, you are woken to the sound of Dermot screaming for Fiona.
Wake up kind of in a... Still a little buzzed, but... It's kind of the adrenaline. And kind of look over the edge of the bed. Are you okay?
Still panting. and just clutching Fiona, I'll just say, yeah, it was just a nightmare.
Okay.
Cujo, what time is it? Is it still like the middle
Uh,
of the night, or
No, at this point, we'll say it's close to morning, close enough that like you guys could feasibly start getting up and getting stuff going.
okay? Um, After a few moments, Dermot just gets up, starts getting ready for the day, prestidigitation so he doesn't stink. Um, and just says, "Hey, Faraday, can we talk about something?"
Sure. Of course.
Um, while we were on the road on our way here, camping out in the snow, um, I had a little encounter with a friend of ours.
Who?
Well, what do you plan to do with the year that was given to you?
Jesus, the music just started as you said that, and that was the perfect
That
fucking
was
timing.
perfect.
Oh my, I turned down. I get it real loud.
Here, I'll cut the music down.
No, you're good. I had it real loud. Never was a patient one, that novice of ours.
It would seem not.
I was gonna tell you. I just... We had... It happened at White... They found me in Whitestone. And then we had the party, and that didn't seem right. And then we were traveling, and I was...
We have been pretty busy lately, haven't we?
And then with Thurston and his family, I was gonna
And
wait.
now we're here.
And now we're here. I wanted to wait till we had this sorted out. Till we left Jarn Village. And then I promise I was gonna tell you. I just... Like Kat said, all seems to happen at once. They told you the same thing? A year?
A year.
From Winter's Crest. Couldn't even... I don't know. Part of me thinks that if they really wanted to, if they really could bring us back, they could have done it already. But the vision...
Unless this is just another one of his games.
They do like games. The vision I had was so real. Felt like we were back in the Feywild. I don't know. We have... Just the math. It's been about a month. Almost. We have 11 left. I figured we'd figure out a solution eventually. We always do, right?
We do. Between you and me, I think they're just salty that we beat him in his own game.
I didn't want to say it. Because I assume they're watching all the time. And she kind
That's
of...
what you have me for, and I give you a wink.
know you said you wouldn't mind going back. To the Feywild, anyway. But I don't...
My home.
Not back there. And I want to rescue Mako.
Yeah. As pretty and opulent as that palace is, I think we can do better.
Like Thurston's house.
His mother seems so fun.
Only because she doesn't think you're the responsible one.
I never told anyone I was the responsible one.
No, she thinks I am, though. She's never met me in the spring.
Well, when we go, maybe she should.
I don't know what to do. I don't... If any of them get hurt because of me, if you get hurt because of me, I'd rather go back.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about me. This is kind of all my fault, isn't it?
I had to agree to it. But we need to think of a plan. We need privacy, is what we really need. But I can't do that. I meant to have a conversation with Gilmore about it, but we were a little, again, preoccupied.
Let's brainstorm a little bit, and when we get back to Western, we can pick Gilmore's brain, see if he has any ideas or insights.
Plan on making Novus drag me back there on Winter's Crest. Not a day sooner.
Oh, I don't plan on him dragging us back at all.
That'd be preferable. But we're agreed. Let's focus on this first.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. And she kind of leans forward and she places a soft kiss on one of his horns. And then finishes getting ready.
You're gonna make him horny.
Wow, way to ruin a nice moment.
That was a cute
Fuck.
moment.
That was actually really cute. It wasn't ruined. I was just making a joke. God.
Cujo, you ruin everything.
I tend to do that.
That's my
Let me-
job. Damn it.
You were gonna make the joke if I wasn't. Come on now. Anyway. You guys all rise for the honorable judge, whatever. What the fuck did I just say?
Yes. Judge whatever.
Shut up. You guys make your way downstairs for a nice-ish breakfast. It's really just some like sliced potatoes, some eggs, and about it. One of you guys has a piece of bacon on your plate. I'll say that the original person it was given to was Thurston. Who it ended up with, I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide.
Cujo, I do want to say that at one point Faraday emptied out her water skin and put what was left of the mead in that.
Nice.
It's not much. It's probably like that much left.
You got like a
It's
gulp.
like the dregs, but she's gonna save it.
As you guys are enjoying your breakfast, you do spot a familiar human wearing his armor and having his swords at his side, making his way down the stairs. He's got his pack across his shoulder, and he drops a couple coins on the bar top and says, "Hey, thanks for the room. I'll spread the word, I guess." And as he turns, he spots all of you. Says, "Oh shit, you guys are all awake. That's surprising, actually. How much did you drink last night?"
Too much.
Turns to look at Faraday.
Mm-hmm.
She busies herself with like the plate.
Mostly just her. The rest of us were fine.
Well, that's good news. Well,
She drank enough for all of us. What a trooper, that one.
yeah,
And yet she is down here like a champ this morning.
she beat me down here. That's surprising. Anywho, if I ever see you guys around, I'll hit you guys up. You guys ever make it to Western?
Yeah, actually.
Occasion.
All right. Well,
We have
I'm
been there before.
gonna head there for my next stop. But yeah, if see you in town, hit me up. I'll probably be drinking or searching. I don't know. Anyway, guys, take care.
Safe travels. Good luck.
Before you go, actually, would you mind, since you're going to be in Western, would you mind potentially delivering a letter for me?
Sure. Who's the letter going to?
Lady Sabelina Dollard, my mother. And he'll pull out he's been writing letters. Like he was gonna try to send a letter to her when he could, knowing that they didn't part on the best of terms. And he kind of wrote down his thoughts and his feeling. And so he'll pull that out as well as a gold coin to go with it for his troubles. And he'll pass that along and just say, if you have any issues at the gate, just ask specifically for Jules and tell him that this is from Thurston.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it sounds good.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you guys later. And he waves with the letter in his hand and tucks it away in his armor. And he makes his way out of the door. Is there anything you guys would like to do with your morning?
Phil and Cad about Bode's visit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Basically just, Bode came back and told us that his boss wants to meet with us. Apparently she's got a job for us. What do you think?
I'm sure she does.
Well, at least it confirms that we did draw attention. I mean,
Indeed.
Yeah. Turn the coat the black of the Raven Queen's disciples' outfits. I say, and when are we supposed to go find him?
This afternoon. Or afternoon.
he said, come to the Shade Watch building a little after 12.
Sure, that's where Thurston and I were yesterday to collect our goods for killing those wolves. They intended to say it was them that killed them.
You think
Not
so?
surprised.
Well,
I know so.
I think Bode was going to be perfectly honest about it.
I mean,
His dwarf friends, not so much.
Well,
do we think they're I know I'm not the best judge, but do we think that they're playing us? All of them?
I think we need to operate under the assumption that yes, all of them are. And I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than taken for a fool.
Just keeps our wits about us.
I just hate being so suspicious of everyone.
I think that's how you survive in this town.
And now, well,
Well,
from what we saw
either
last
that
night,
or
somebody might not have. There was a scuffle, or I mean, it could have just been, I guess, a bar brawl gone wrong. but it looked like somebody was dragged off down the street a bit into an alley. We didn't dig into it. Seemed a little ill-advised to wander into dark alleys by ourselves in a town like this.
It actually sounds really on brand for us.
I was going to
Well, no,
say.
so like if we were together,
Hmm.
yeah, it was mostly.
The last time you guys ended up in an alley, one of you got shot.
That's a fair point.
I wasn't in that alley.
No, yeah, but Cad was.
Arthur
shooter
said,
Go
no,
down there.
That would not have happened because I was not in that first alley.
Like I do not recall being in an alley that. I mean,
But you do recall healing me with your wand, do you not?
that's true. Oh shit! I need to check how much that recharged. Picking up, pull it. Kind of, you hold it up. You're like,
You look at the gems inside, hold it up to the light.
like you pull out the jeweler thing and.
Or
How
it's
is
the Duracell thing.
Yeah,
You have to, like,
you hold two
press
both
down
sides.
and like
on the top
really
of
like
Yeah.
dig your
Where your
fingers in.
fingers like
It's
permanently
actually got
hurt.
these like two little ruins on either
Yeah.
side of it that you press down on,
Oh god.
and you get this little faint sense of like a little faint glow that goes up. What was this thing? 1d4 lost charges at dawn.
Do any of us know what our Hana looks like? Do we think it's the dwarf from last night? She seemed to hold some authority over the place, more than a little.
I think so.
Based on the, I guess, descriptions we had before coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, she's been in charge for what? Thurston, it's been a while when you were doing a little history. She's been in charge for a bit up here.
Scrolls through notes.
you remember reading that Arhana has been in power, quote unquote, or in charge of the Shade Watch for the last about 20 years.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I think, God, almost as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, yeah. I'm just getting the feeling it's about 20 years. I don't know.
Yeah, just something.
Although, I mean, I would assume not the whole time things have been weird. At least the ones we were traveling with mentioned that some of the oddness around here has been more recent. Something changed.
Well, I think it depends on who you talk to, because some people certainly seem to think that the Shade Watch moving in is what caused things to change. At least that's the impression that I get.
The Shade Watch, though, has been here for years. And originally, at least, they were doing, they did good. They kept the town protected from all of the shit in the woods. And then as something, I don't know, maybe something outside of the town or something, who knows, but something changed. Either them or just this place. I'm
No way
we'll
to find out.
Do we
All
want
right.
to head that direction?
Yeah, I say we take a walk. If it's not close to the time to meet her, at least take a walk around and see what we can see in the daylight.
Get a read on maybe what else is in this town besides the pit, the fighting pit, the Shade Watch building, and the bar. I mean, there must be other shops, stores, businesses. I'd like to take a stroll back to that alley. There could be a bakery, though. I don't know.
Bakery does sound nice.
Right? Some good coffee.
Donuts.
Now I want a donut. Damn it.
The coffee in
Right.
this town is going. I feel
Like
like
some
it's either
good
going
coffee.
to be disgusting, like just so disgusting it's mud, or it's going to be disgusting but super strong.
As you guys are having this conversation, you guys exit the building, and as you're talking about a bakery and eating a donut and decent coffee, you actually do see a defaced sign of a rather well-known cafe. It's supposed to be, well, it's some strange elven word, but instead it says Tarburks. Uh,
They're
um,
ridiculously overpriced.
Made her take off her headset.
Now listening to this.
This is blasphemy.
but you guys make your way through the town, and you can see that there are a lot of people gearing up to head to the mines. You guys do remember hearing that there is a rather plentiful silver mine that is in the hills not too far from the town. So there's a lot of shade watch, along with a lot of townspeople and miners, all sort of moving with a purpose to get everybody geared up. And you can eventually see, as you guys are kind of making your way towards the Shadewatch HQ, that there is a large mining caravan that has sort of been built and is now starting to head out of the city towards the north. Um, you can definitely count upwards of 20 to 30 Shadewatch that are just bordering around the miners as they're making their way out of the town itself. The streets themselves are, I mean, there's some people kind of milling about, but it's not a whole lot of people. Really, the only people who are very clearly merchants that do not look like they're from Joran Village. Um, it's clear that they've set up shops since the silver mine became so profitable. So you're seeing a lot of, um, merchants from Iman, some from Westrin, some going as far as, you see an odd Marquesian merchant every so often, just their cart, selling textiles and finery, and eventually come to the Shadewatch HQ, which is strategically placed somewhat in the center of town, where in front of it there's a nice, large, almost courtyard that looks like it could be decorated to be something, nice, a little bit fancier, but it's really just this open sort of pavement in front of the building itself. The building is 2 stories, and it's not glamorous by any means. You do see that there are a couple of Shade Watch that are posted at the front doors, um, and you can see the large sort of flag standard with the Shade Watch symbol on the front and center, pretty much. And that is where we're going to pick up next time on
Ah.
Decisions and Dragons.
Yay!
Yay! Faraday got her ass
Shade
kicked.
Watch.
Dude, it was so
We're
good!
alive.
Man, that nat 20 fucking wrecked
That-
me.
Yeah.
Oh,
That build, I essentially copied the build from playing him with a couple minor tweaks.
mm-hmm.
That build, if I pump a psionic thing, well, spoiler, you guys knew it was headaches anyway. If I pump a thing in there, it's just a complete extra die on top of the extra die, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
quintupling my damage.
That
So-
psionic stuff, either from that or the rogue, that shit is, or I think
They're
in the
scary.
fighter, that shit is scary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They're awesome though.
yeah. Damn it,
But
that fucking nat
everybody-
20. I was gonna do another thing that added another d6 to my fucking damage.
Yeah, it's just dice stacking
It-
at this point. Like,
Literally,
get
that's
our
all
pool
I'm doing.
together.
Yep, literally all I'm doing is dice stacking.
But I was thinking, like, if you were going Blood Hunter, and I had planned for Mako to be a thing, like, when I was still planning the campaign. Like, I wanted him to be a thing at some point. And I was thinking, like, with, as we were playing, like, man, Faraday is just adding these dice and dice upon dice of damage. it's gonna be hilarious when somebody else does the same.
Same thing. Yeah.
So,
And
this
then
was
knocks
super
her
cool.
lights out. No, that was fun.
Yeah.
I knew going in she was gonna get her ass kicked, and it was awesome.
This is awesome.
She got to blow off some steam from having a non-lethal fight,
Yeah.
which was necessary.
Well, to everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Be nice to each other. And I think Nerd House, are you guys back on this weekend for extra stuff, or what are you guys doing?
We have second vaccine shot on Friday, so depending on how we feel, just keep an eye out on Facebook and maybe Twitter, and we'll keep you posted. But if we're feeling good, then yeah, we'll be back for more Deep Rock Galactic Co-op Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to be streaming my personal stuff until next week, just to make sure I get everything set up correctly, make sure it can run well, because starting on Tuesday, I am starting my 100%, well, minorly blind playthrough of Resident Evil 8.
Woo!
So there's that. That's going to be all next week for me. So if you guys want to tune in for that, it'd be awesome.
Yes.
But yeah, in the
Yeah,
meantime,
absolutely.
In the meantime, we love you all, and you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you next week.
Bye guys.
Good night, Internet.
Bye.
Good
Goodbye,
night.
Internet. Bye.